Okay, we are back again. But this time, I finally got the trucks in that I wanted for the 9-inch popsicle. So I'm going to test them out. And it is, as you already know, the 9.25 Grind King lockers. It is chilly out in Florida, but it is what it is, right? I am here at Castleberry, as always, and today I am back on the 9-inch, but I got 9.25-inch lockers, and they're sitting perfect. I'm also riding 55 mil lock-in Spitfires, and I switched out the bushings to Bones bushings, the hards. So we'll see what happens, but right now I'm pretty positive about the situation. It feels good. Having a smaller, like skinnier board is a little scary. You know, I like to have that comfort, but at the same time, man, how am I going to challenge myself if I'm not going to be scared a little bit? So I've already had success on it as far as like letting a few things here and there and getting used to it. So we'll see what happens. All right, this is the board, Techni board, 9-inch. Here's the Grind King lockers. They look sick. They fit perfect, like right down that line. Look at that. So it worked out good. It worked out real good. I'm hyped. All right, I'm going to start warming up, and then we'll go from there. By the way, it's like super duper cold here in Florida. So that's why I'm wearing a hood and a beanie and all that good stuff. All right, so what I want to do is I want to look at how the truck attaches to the curb or whatever it may be. And I like always messing with the curb because that's what I do, because I love skating curb, but also, it's a great representation of ledges, like street ledges and stuff, because it's all rounded and stuff from grinding too much. So this could be a great option for someone who wants to skate a rounded ledge or curb like this. But, you know, maybe another truck or too small of a wheel or something might toss you off all the time. So maybe this could be an option for these situations alone. So what I'm going to do is look at my 9.5-inch, which I normally skate, see how it locks in nice and clean, and then we'll look at the 9-inch. All right, as you can see, that's a really clean lock-in. It's right at the rounded part. The wheels are nice and dipped, so it'll lock it in nice and clean. Have I slipped out in this situation? Absolutely, but maybe 3 times, especially as many times as I'll just get into that grind. So really hyped on that. Still my favorite size so far, but the 9 is definitely creeping in. So let's take a look at the 9 and see what happens. All right, the 9 looks just as good. I'm really hyped on that actually, because we have lock-in wheels here, lock-in wheels, so they're locked in nice and clean, and then it's sitting right in that lock-in area of the locker. Now, when I skated a smaller truck with a bigger wheel, it would sit right here to there. So it would miss this. So that was the only issue I had so far when it came to locking in. So I'm gonna skate these guys right there, and then go from there. See if it's better than the 9.5 or if it's the same or worse. And so to be fair with the 8.5-inch lockers, I put classics on it, like a smaller wheel and a smaller classic, and it sits really good. Still not as comfortable as a 9.5, but sits really good. It's a lot of fun. I have it on my egg shape, which is a 9. I think it's a 9.25, but right over the trucks is about a 9. So I'm about a 1/4 inch under the deck as far as. First, I want to see I have a 13-inch wheelbase on this board right now from the lockers. So I want to see the turning radius and stuff like that. And we'll go from there. All right, the reason why that's so important to me is because ever since I learned about wheelbase being smaller and giving tighter turns, I've kind of implicated that in kind of slappies, where when I get in with a shorter wheelbase, I just get in real tight and fast, and I get on, and the rest is history, if you will. But when I have a wider wheelbase, I have to time it differently, where it's like bink, bink, And a lot of the times that's where I slip out or I get scared or something like that. And my consistency with slappies and stuff like that with a shorter wheelbase has increased tremendously. So that's why I'm super hyped on a smaller wheelbase. If you're having troubles with slappies, like getting into them or staying on them or feeling confident and comfortable on them, just give it a whirl. Try a smaller wheelbase. See if it helps a little bit. It's helped me ridiculously. So take it for what it is. Everybody's different. Everybody likes to skate different. But nonetheless, the tighter wheelbase right now is right up my alley. I'm hyped on it. All right, so I think I'm going to still warm up a little bit. I might try a little flat ground. Obviously, I don't do much flat ground, but it is a smaller board. It's kind of meant for that. So I'll give it a whirl. I'll see if I could do anything. If not, then I won't show it. All right, just to let you guys know, my feet are still frozen. Oh, but it's getting warm out here, so hopefully it'll get better and better and better. So we'll see. All right, I took off my hoodie. I took off my vest. I should be sponsored by a vest company. I would invest. Should I start saying stupid dad jokes on these things? Maybe it'll get more likes. That's it, I'm doing it. Dad jokes in! All right, so I'm gonna start messing around with slappies now. I'm gonna see how it feels. Oh, that was good feeling. All right, those first try out of the gate, didn't warm up to the curb or anything like that. I wanted to see if it was as comfortable as the 9.5. So I just jammed it in, kind of said commit, and that's it. I know it's not that big of a deal to slappy, but sometimes, you know, when it's 30 degrees out and you're trying to skate and your feet are numb, it could get kind of sketchy. But man, it felt great. So I'm gonna keep messing with it. Ooh, that one's scary. A little too slow. It's pretty. Ooh, that was scary. Ooh. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna try frontside 180 out, see how it responds to that. Okay, so they weren't the prettiest, but they were, that's my fault. It wasn't the board's fault or the trucks or whatever. I just still got to get used to it. Still got to warm up a little bit. The response was insane. Super fast, super clean. The board's way lighter than my normal 10.75. So I'm really starting to think that, you know, I want to get a smaller setup like this, keep this one, and just work with this one. It's just something about it feels really good. All right, the last thing I'm gonna try, and I know it wasn't much, but you know, maybe we'll do more. Nonetheless, I wanna do something I haven't learned yet, but I've been really wanting to learn, and to see how the response is to my response of doing something that I've never done before. So, will it allow me to be comfortable? Will I freak out a little bit more? Knowing the fundamentals of like doing just a regular slappy and understanding the fundamentals, where to get in, where to come out, how to sit on top of it and stuff like that. I want to try to figure out switch frontside slappies. So I'll do a few now. If I fail, then this won't be in it. All right, so the board's responding great. I'm not responding very good. So I need to work on that, and I'm gonna do that now. All right, back to the switch 50/50s. I'm scared of committing to my heel side. I keep landing on my toe side. I just need to figure out how to get into it like I do my normal slappy. So I feel like I'm getting close to at least getting into it. So let's try more. All right, I'm starting to get in a little bit better, feeling more comfortable. And this process is what old people do. So, but I'm hyped. I've never done switch 50 slappies ever. So if I end up getting into them, getting them consistent, that means that we have defied all odds, because that means an old dog can learn new tricks. So get your asses on a skateboard and come and learn tricks with us, you hear me? All right, so right here, my phone died. So what I did is, instead of kept going and trying to get to 50, I went ahead and just said, you know what? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna think about it for a minute. I was pretty exhausted after that too, and it was very cold. And then I came to this day. All right, so my camera died. So we're back here to go back into switch 50s. So I wanna keep learning them. I stopped once the camera died, I stopped. So this could be more accurate in my progression. So I'm gonna go back to the 9-inch popsicle and try them. And then I wanna try the 9.5 in them, because like I said, my 9.5 inch, I feel really comfortable with. The 9-inch, I'm still getting used to, but I'm hyped on it. So first up, I'm gonna practice a few normal ones, and then I'll go into the switch. Ooh, that one, I was on toes on that one. All right, I feel really good with the regular slappies again. With that board, I feel awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and start focusing on that switch. Let's get it. All right, so I'm able to get into them, and I feel good with them. My lock-ins are inconsistent, but I'm learning the trick, so I get it. But what I'm gonna do, I think, is switch boards. I'm gonna try it with the 9.5 to see if I'm more comfortable with that. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so that wasn't the best, but I was really hyped on how it popped out. I definitely don't want to pop out that 90 degree, but I was comfortable. I liked it. Next time I'm going to continue them and try to get them really consistent. But right now I landed it. I understand the mechanics. I don't have them yet, but we'll get there. It'll be sick. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing along with me and hanging out. I love it. I think it's so sick, especially when you guys are commenting. Even if you're busting my chops, I love it. So do it. Please like and subscribe. Please click the notifications button. And also, please come into the shop. Come and hang out. We have video games. We have TV. We can watch videos. You can repair your board for free. And I just enjoy hanging out with people. So please come in anytime. All right. We'll see you in the next one.